so hopefully a few weeks. And I just spoke to him, and no, it's not the. Well, it's one of those injuries that you don't really think it's a big injury, just a little bit and all that. And that's how he reported it the first time that it happened before we played Manchester United. It was after the training on Friday. We played on Saturday, and he done a normal training, and he had few free kicks. And then he felt a little bit, but he told me he's going to be okay for the game tomorrow, like. And then he was out for 4 weeks. Now same against Southampton. He came on second half, he made a huge impact, and then he felt nothing afterwards. In a game against Liverpool, he orchestrated the game, and then he felt it again, but not like big. But it's the second time, and of course we have to be cautious, and you want them to play and trying to avoid the risk. And so with Lanzini before Southampton game, he trained with us. First he trained with the physio on a pitch, like for 1 week, and then he joined us, and he was doing everything in training 3 or 4 times. So it was, to be fair, it was a matter of can he cope with the fitness, but the muscle was good and okay. Unfortunately, it happened again, but it was not before a game that we were risking a lot.
What about some of the others? Are they close to coming back?
Well, Payet is back.
Well, he's back.
Okay.
You're okay?
Yeah. He's back. I mean, it is different kind of injury. You know, it was mechanical one because it was the ankle. So the ankle is okay, and it's a lot easier to predict the risk. Basically, there's no risk unless someone kicks him in the ankle again, you know. But with the muscles, it is a little bit different. So Payet is back. It's only the matter of his fitness now. Then Winston Reid trained with us a few days now. We're gonna see how it goes for the cup game. And then Moses, he's back, and he's still not back with us totally, but he's doing his stuff on the pitch, and he's quite close to be back in a full training with us, which apparently is going to be after the cup game. So another weekend he's going to participate in our games. So there's only Sakho. But Sakho also, it looks that he's going to be way ahead of the schedule. So he's going to be maybe beginning of the February. But that's all on paper, you know. That's all on paper.
We know that there's been headlines about Andy Carroll for the last couple of weeks now, that the window's officially open, isn't it? Can you give us the club's kind of stance on it? Because once again, you pick up the papers and it says the club are willing to listen to offers. Is that your understanding of the situation?
No, the club is not willing. I mean, we never said that. Not me, not the chairman. We want Andy to stay. We want Andy to perform like he performed the most of the games that he played for us. Nobody said from a club that we want to sell him or whatever. But of course that he's very popular player, and that he's a very good player, and then every time he scores a goal, or now he scored two in two, the rumor starts, and it's just because I mean, you can't stop the rumors if you are playing good. The only way for him to stop the rumors is to play bad, which of course we don't want to. So with Andy, it is I mean, if there was one player that I had so many comments on, it's Andy Carroll. Every time that he scores a goal or assist or has a good game, it starts like, should he play for England or that or that or that? Because he's got a huge potential. And I said it a number of times that we need him, but we need him like he was in last few games that he started, and also in the beginning that he was making a huge impact when he was coming on, whether that's Sunderland, Chelsea, Palace, or Norwich game. Yeah.
Every player, as you well know,
Sorry?
Every player you well know has their price. So if someone was to come in with a big offer,
But there are many ifs, many ifs. Like every player have the price, of course, even Messi and Ronaldo. So it goes for Randy as well. But you ask me directly, do we want to sell him? And I answer you directly, no, we don't want to sell him.
And what about him? He doesn't want to be sold?
Well, I think he likes it here. I didn't speak to him about that, to be fair, and you should ask him that kind of question. But he never came to me. He's very good in the dressing room. I really think that he enjoys it here. So I think I know he's happy here. On the other hand, it's football, it's business, and the players are moving around. Yeah.
And one we're asking all the Premier League managers today is about Pep Guardiola. He's made it quite clear he wants to come to England next year. What do you think he'll bring the league? Is he somebody that you've sort of admired in management over the past few years? How will the Premier League, do you think, benefit from having him here?
Well, it's going to be, it's like Klopp. It's good for the Premier League. Like it was, and still it is a big loss when the Premier League lost in a way, Jose Mourinho. So Guardiola, of course, I mean, he's going to bring something new style of playing that he had done. Okay, in Barcelona they played like that or similar to that before, but he changed the way Bayern is playing. Did he change Bundesliga? No, he didn't change Bundesliga. So he's going to definitely make a huge impact on the Premier League in terms of popularity and all that. It's going to be like Clash of the Titans when they play that. I mean, Guardiola. So he's going to have a big impact on a team. He's going to probably change that team that he's going to take, like the philosophy, the way they play, or all that. But I don't think that he's going to change the Premier League. Yeah.
Just quickly, I mean, you mentioned there you've got lots of players either back already from injury or coming back in the near future. Does that affect how you approach this window, affect what the kind of players you might be looking for or not looking for anymore?
Well, I told you, first we thought that we done majority of the job regarding moving players or getting new players in a summer that the most of the clubs are trying to. Of course, then you have a first half of the season that affects that, the form of the players. Maybe you are changing the systems or the injuries. So now we're in a situation when we have all the not all the players back. Now but we suffered during this half of the season because we had a lot of injuries on the same positions. So in one hand, we don't want to come into that situation again, no matter how well we coped at that time with it. That is in one hand. In the other hand, the players are back. Apart from Sakho, they're all back basically now, or they're going to be back in 2 weeks' time. So we ain't gonna be very active, to be fair, because I believe that it will not happen to us again. And even if it happens, we show that we can cope with it. We didn't struggle without those players, no matter how big the loss was. And it's impossible, and there's no point of having like 3 or 4 backups with quality players, and the numbers we don't really need. So, as I said, we ain't gonna buy just because it's time to buy, because unfortunately they're not on sale, you know. But if something exceptional comes, whether that's a long-term shot or a loan deal, we could do it. But for the moment, we are not looking for that like crazy, you know. So I believe in this squad. I'm very optimistic, and I believe we're going to be fit, and the pitch is going to be better and all that. So most definitely not.
So just looking ahead to the match on Saturday, obviously.
Yes. We have a game on Saturday.
Your opponents Wolves mid-table in the Championship, where they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Have you been able to see a lot of them, and what do you anticipate?
Yeah, I watched few games, okay, and they had they're on a good run now. They're a very compact team. They are very confident now because they didn't concede in 3 games. They're very hard to beat, and they are very good on counter-attacks and all that. So it's a cup tie. It's like a platform for big surprises. And of course that we are approaching the FA Cup very seriously. And we are expecting a tough game, okay, of course, but we are playing home, and I'm expecting us to play good and to progress.
And obviously you said they've got a good record recently, but 7 matches unbeaten, only 3 goals conceded in that time. How important has the back 4 and the stability of that been to the success?
Very important, of course, but our defense and that resilience and positive stubbornness that we showed, it was not only back 4, it was the whole team that defended as a unit. Of course, the back 4 got the praise for that, starting with the goalkeeper and all that, but it was the whole team that defended and make it a little bit easier for the back 4 players. But as I said, we show the pattern how we have to play when we are playing every game. The guys done really well. Then we saw what's going to happen, and what happened. We almost like predicted what's going to happen when those players who has flair and all that, when they came back, starting with Lanzini, and then when they came against Southampton, and then same, and plus Dimitri against Liverpool. But we kept that defensive part of the game, and that's why we are very, very positive in the club. But then, in the other hand, that is history. We can't rely on that, and we have a big game on Saturday, then a big game on Tuesday, and the show goes on. You know, basically, we have to show it every week. Now, regarding the game on Saturday, the good point is, and the good thing is that that came out of the bad thing that we got injuries, is that we can now we have 20 players, or almost 20, who are all regular in a team, who basically played 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and so we have players who are basically match fit, and that gives us more options to select, especially when we have like those kind of schedule that you have 2 games in 3 or 4 days, and that's a good thing. So we're going to see for Saturday and Tuesday how we're going to put, but make no mistake, we're going to put the team that we really believe that is going to win the game.
So you very much still see the value in the FA Cup and what a run in the
Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't? I mean, ask every manager. I mean, FA Cup is, especially for us and for the clubs like us, that no matter how optimistic we are or no matter how we believe in a team, it's very hard for us to win the league, at least this year. You know, so the cup you have a chance, and we are also, I mean, it's human to hope. And basically, which we show that in one game we can beat any team here. So the cup is, but I'm sure that that if you ask any manager, that's going to be the same. And that's why we are approaching FA Cup very, very seriously.